Hi, hello, welcome to your reading, Leo. This is a reading for you for the month of July, and this is a universal reading. And what do I mean by a universal reading is that I'm not going to ask cards any specific questions. I will let the cards decide what they are going to reveal for you for this month of July. So, month of July for Leo. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, so first we have, or rather you have, the card Hermit. The Hermit. So this card generally means being alone, being lonely, being withdrawn from the reality, from life, maybe not using much of social gatherings, maybe not use much of friends around, not getting involved. But this card is showing up reversed, so that meaning would change. But let me see to the other cards, and let's see how this is changing in the set of the other cards. So this is Nine of Cups, and again, if this card wouldn't be reversed, it would mean a lot of pleasant moments and a lot of food and drink and pleasure from life. This card represents a pleasure from life, the pleasure you can get from life. But this card again is reversed, and let's see some more. So then we have three of cups, and that card is not reversed, and that card means social gatherings, and that card means party. So we have Hermit reversed and Three of Cups, which is not reversed. So in this case, the Hermit reversed means that you will not have time for yourself this month. You will not have time to take a rest and to read a book by yourself in your bed this month. It means that you are going to meet people like crazy. So the original meaning of hermit, which is withdrawn from society, is absolutely changed, is reversed. And it means that you are going to experience this month of July a great social satisfaction. You are going to have your calendar super busy, and you're going to have one meeting after the other. Are those family meetings, family gatherings, or friends, or dates, or any other meetings? I don't know, but definitely something is coming up, and it's going to be super social time for you. Super social time. So that means that you will barely have time for yourself, that you really have to squeeze your own self into your own time. So that could mean that you are not going to really go deep into your existence and your thoughts this month. That has to wait. Okay, and what about the Nine of Cups, which is pleasure? Okay, so that card could also indicate, and a lot of times it indicates pleasure of food and drinks, right? Pleasure out of foods and drinks. And this is reversed, so it could mean, because we have two cards of cups, right? And then we have reverse hermit, so two cards of cups could mean that you are going to drink a lot. You are going to have a lot of beverages, probably alcoholic beverages. And it depends on you if you're drinking or not. I don't know. But if you do, then that card means, oh, you're going to have a lot of parties and a lot of opportunities to have a drink. So then that card means be careful not to drink too much, because you might end up hangover, and you might end up drinking too much. You might end up, just not making right decisions, or I don't know, or just being hangover, or just, is generally not that good for your health to drink that much. So that card is reminding you of that you have a lot, but be careful with your limits, and be aware of your limits, because that card reversed could mean that drinks are unlimited this month. So that's something to look into. Or just, be aware of, be careful of, and be aware of. If you're aware, then you can do something about it. And then let's open more cards. Okay, we have Two of Swords and we have the Empress. Interesting. Okay, so Two of Swords, which both are reversed. Yes. Two of Swords means decision, difficult decision which is not obvious, decision which doesn't have only one side, which is not easy to make, which is not obvious. I already said that, but which is not which is not sometimes even possible to make, because both sides of this decision are right or are beneficial for you. So there is some decision in your life, and this card is reversed. So it could mean either the decision is extremely difficult, like impossible to make, or it could actually lessen the difficulty of the decision. Maybe this decision becomes obvious. Let me look into that in a second. But we have another card, and another card is the Empress. Okay, and the Empress, that's the card of femininity, of fertility, of the power of feminine energy. But that card again is reversed, so it means that during this, here we have the socializing, the gathering, the drinking, the partying, it could really slow down your feminine energy. It could drain you. It could drain the feminine energy out of you. If you're a woman, then definitely that could be your energy. That would be your energy. But if you're a man, then it means that it could slow down your sexual drive, your sexual attraction, your sexual ability. If you're a woman, it also could mean just the same thing, that your femininity is just decreasing for some reason, maybe because of the alcohol consumption, or maybe because of tiredness, or maybe because how much is going on actually. And then your femininity, your sexual drive, your feminine qualities are switching off because of the intensity of your life that you're leading. Okay, and then the decision. What is this decision about? Is this decision still about going out or staying home? Because here's going out, here's staying home, and is this decision still about that? Let me clarify this one. Okay, yes, this decision is about, shall I go out or shall I stay home? Maybe you're thinking that you're already super tired and maybe you need to stay home. Maybe you crave to stay home, but there is something constantly going on. I don't know if this is summertime coming on, or maybe this is some, I don't know, good friends coming to town, or maybe this is you who cannot stop. Maybe this is some, some energy which keeps rolling in your veins and making you wanna go out all the time. And this decision might be difficult because you are tired, maybe because you need time for yourself, but in the same time we have another card which is Six of Swords coming up, which means that that decision, well, is difficult because you need to make some compromise, but in the same time it's not that difficult because you already know what you're going to do. You're going to go out, you're going to travel. If this is going out thing, the party thing, this is what's going to happen. If this is travel, maybe this is travel, maybe it's July, it's a summertime, it's holiday month, so maybe the troubles are coming up. Maybe your friends are asking, oh, let's go out of the city, let's go to the seaside, let's go camping, let's go somewhere trip, yeah. And this indicates that you are going to say yes, and even though you're tired, even though you probably need time for yourself, you probably crave time for yourself and for the rest, for for gathering, renewing your energy. But still, that's the decisions you are most likely going to make, just to be in a moment, go out, have fun, travel, see. And generally, I think this is something that you for some reason need. But the point is that most likely you will have to regenerate after this crazy month of July of yours. And and maybe the card, Six of Swords, could indicate that some actual trips are coming up. Maybe trips on the boat, maybe trips outside of the city, maybe trips somewhere to the seaside, or on the boat itself. um, so you're not going to say no for those trips. And I'll ask one more question about the card of femininity. Like, what could you do to revitalize the feminine energy of yours? So if you're a woman, it'll be feminine energy of yours. If you are a man, it could be a feminine, um, it could be a feminine attraction. So it means your well, that could be that would be reverse. So actually your masculine energy to be in sync with the feminine females around you. So what could you do to revitalize your feminine energy, or feminine energy around you? What can you do? um hmm we have a Page of Swords, which means intellectual activities. So maybe besides partying and drinking, maybe you are already doing it, or maybe you should consider doing it, to get involved into some intellectual activities as well. Maybe maybe actual, well, I understand it's hard for you this month to find time to read book, but maybe reading book is not such a bad idea. Or maybe a constructive, nice, deep conversation with another person is going to revitalize you. So make some time to go deep into your mind and brain, and don't don't fully destroy this month of alcohol if you drink, uh, because the intellectual activity is going to revitalize you. And maybe this is how you are going to make connection with your sexuality and with your partner, if you have someone in mind, by the intellectual um, qualities, by the intellectual uh, activities with your partner. And that could really stimulate both of you, and that could make the energy, the sexual energy, grow by intellectual activities. And let me draw the card from another deck, which is going to tell you what can you do, what can you improve, what can you work on this month. And it's happiness. Okay, that's nice. And another card from the chakras deck. So what chakra is waiting for your attention? And we have workaholic. Interesting. So workaholic and happiness. So here we have the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is all about the expression, the words, and a general expression, and a communication as well. And we have a workaholic as well. So the question is, are you expressing yourself through your work? That's a big question. And then one more thing is that this card could be connected to all this reading, or this card could have an additional meaning of this for this month of July for you. So that is not necessarily connected to all these crazy parties that you are going to most likely have in July, but the card is asking you more, are you expressing yourself at work? Are you fully communicating at work? And workaholic, like what does it mean to you, workaholic? Like, are you working because you like it, or are you working because you want to prove something, or because that's just the way it is and you don't think about it? So there's something unexpressed in your relation to work that you're performing. and it needs to get expressed. It needs to get communicated. Is this communication towards your boss, towards your supervisor, or is this communication towards yourself, uh, towards like what do you want actually to do with your workspace? And if you are a workaholic, if working is something that you do and maybe you do too much, and then it's an important thing to actually think about it and think why you're doing it. Is it because you love it? If yes, then I guess it's great. But if you work a lot, you work too hard because of some other reason, maybe to prove something, maybe to run away from something, then it needs to be expressed. It needs to be expressed maybe to someone or maybe to yourself. And then we have a card of happiness, which is great. What could it mean? What could it mean? It could mean that this month of July is going to be extraordinarily happy, which is great. It looks like there are going to be some troubles, but mostly those troubles are going to be connected with how much fun you have. So that could be that could be the reason of the troubles. Um, and embrace the happiness that the card is saying. Embrace the happiness and try to well, grasp it. I'm not sure if grasping the happiness is actually a good thing to do or a bad thing to do. Maybe if you feel happy, you just should go with the flow and don't overthink the happiness. But in the same time, grasping the happiness means to me that you are learning what gives you happiness and you are multiplying the happiness. You're doing more actions to give yourself the happiness if you know what gives you happiness. And also, well, again, I don't want to tell you control your happiness, because that's just unhappy to control your happiness. But in the same time, observe your happiness. Maybe even analyze your happiness if you feel so, and ask yourself, what brings me this much happiness? Is it social life? Is it my work? Is it all of those? Or maybe you don't feel that happy, and then the question for you would be, what can make you happy? What can you change in your behavior and your actions to make yourself more happy? And remember that the happiness is something that you owe that you own, and something that you are a master of, and only you can give yourself the happiness. Of course, other people and other objects and subjects, they can be a part of your happiness, but they are not the ultimate happiness. The ultimate happiness is inside you, and I know it sounds cliche, but this is what it is. And the sooner you will learn how to harness the happiness in your body and in your soul and your mind and your heart, the sooner you are going to get independent from all the factors. And the factors can multiply the happiness, but they will not own your happiness, instead of you owning your own happiness. And that will be it. Thank you very much, Leo, and see you soon. Bye bye.